What's up everybody, this is Ricky Tanoon from No Lemons, and this is a 1-year review, a full review about this BMW 6 Series Gran Coupe. Now, before we go ahead and watch the rest of the videos, please press subscribe to support this channel. There's a lot more coming up that you will like, hopefully. So subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and hit the bell button. Let's go find out a few things about the Gran Coupe. So about the front of this car and what I've done to it, I changed the grille, the badge also. It's a white car, so black on white looks really well, I think anyway. So I made the badge black also, changed the front grille to sportier look. Now there is a front lip that was fitted onto this car. I was driving, I was doing it quite a crazy speed and it just fell off. Thank God nothing happened, but I'm gonna put a safer one, if that makes sense. No, I'm gonna put a better one on the front again. Other than that, the front light on this car looks absolutely beautiful. It's really bright, and then when you're turning, the actual front light turns with you as well. It gives you a better view in corners. This car has an extra feature. It's called the soft door close. When you close the door, all you have to do is just give it a little push. Open, close. Now that's pretty cool. This is the original wheels that I got with the car. I am planning to change them, but just don't know yet. I'm hoping I'll get my hands on an M6 wheels. Again, 20-inch. This is 20-inch run flat wheels. A lot of people hate on them because they're run flats and you can feel every bump on the road. But I drove this car a full year. The bumps wasn't an issue. 20-inch wheels, I think it makes it look beautiful. And for the price that you're paying, I think you're getting a really nice car. Again, at the back wheels are a little bit wider. They're beautiful wheels again, but it costs you a lot of money. This car actually needs tracking every 6 months, and that's because of the size of the wheel. It cost me a lot of tires. I changed the tires 4 months ago and I need a new set again. For 315 brake horsepower and 364 torque on the back wheel, what do you expect? This is going to burn rubber. Now, the back of the car, tell me how it looks. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. So just for those who watched my last video on the BMW X1 and see me getting into the back of the car, I won't go into the back of this car. I don't think it will fit me. I'm not that small. So you can actually fall asleep in the back of the 6 Series. Put the seats down, touch of a button on the sides, and it's a great bed. Just in case, if your wife ever kicks you out, well, don't worry, your 6 Series won't. Coming out of the back 6 Series, it's quite difficult. Well, for a fat man like me. But it's absolutely huge. There was no need for that. Now the back seat, if you're sitting up here where I'm sitting right now, it's quite comfortable. Now the middle seat, that's another thing. You gotta be good at yoga to be able to come across, because of this centerpiece and in the headroom, there's not much headroom. It's quite, I think it's more comfortable to sit in the boot than sitting in the middle of the back. Yeah, definitely. Another cool feature in the back seat is the cup holders here, which they did pretty good in the 6 Series. Well, the new 6 Series. If you've ever had an old 6 Series, you know there was no cup holders in it. What this one has a lot of cup holders, a lot of spaces as well to put your stuff. two cups holder here, and you've got storage in here also. So the cup holders are, you can put any size drink into them as well, which is quite handy. And I like this feature. Somewhere that you can rest your arm on the back. Pretty cool. Over on this side here, what I like about it, if you're sitting down and quite comfortable but you want to get out of the car, you can actually move the front seat forward and get out easier and annoy the front driver if you want to. Listen to this. The way they were able to actually hide the sound of that diesel engine, it's amazing. Now, it even sounds better than some of the petrol engines out there. If you've seen my review on the BMW X1 and listen to the sound of that, it's a huge difference. 3-litre diesel engine with 315 brake horsepower and 364 torque. I gotta say, it's a beautiful engine, it runs really well, and there is no problems with it.
We flow through mountaintops, we grow now, we won't stop. Face death out of breath, so close, almost. See the morning light, sun is out, we will be fine. So why won't we take time to listen carefully, everyone. It feels good on me. Rewind, rewind, rewind,
So about the inside of the 6 Series, there isn't one thing that actually you need that's not inside the car. The iDrive system is pretty easy to use, as I've mentioned in all the BMW that I've reviewed. But in terms of heated seat, heated steering wheel, I think heated steering wheel is an extra option that you pay for, but it's on this car. The heated seat, what I really kind of like about it, you know, when you get that annoying passenger that thinks it's not hot enough or it's not cold enough, well, you can control his side and by making it as hot as he wants, and then you can control your own side different temperature, which is very handy to have because there's a lot of people out there like that. Another thing that I like about it, when you connect your phone, you just get into the car, it's connected straight away. You've got you can charge your phone on the inside. I mean, that's quite standard in most of the modern cars nowadays. So when it comes to safety, it's very safe. Some of the safety features this car has: reverse parking sensors, airbags, Eco Pro system, start and stop function, so it's very safe to drive. And I really love the fact that you can tell the location. There's a GPS installed onto the car, that you can tell the location of your car at all times. So this car's performance is very strong. It gets to 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds, thanks to the 3-litre twin turbo engine. What they did to the engine and the way they hide the lag from diesel car, I've drove so many diesel cars, and the lag, it's one thing that turns me off about them. But the BMW 6 Series, they did a really good job of hiding that lag, and I'm really impressed. Now, when we asked BMW, what is your most customers, what engine do they buy when they buy the 6 Series? And they said 80% of their 6 Series customers, they buy the 640D. And I'm not shocked why they would buy this engine over the petrol engine. I mean, when you're looking at the petrol engine, it spends more and there's only 15 brake horsepower more. So is it worth it? For diesel engine can do a lot more mileage than petrol can as well. So I am a big fan of this engine. I think this is one of the best engines that BMW have made. Just like the gearbox, it's automatic 8-speed, one of the best gearbox that BMW have made on their cars. This gearbox, the 8-speed automatic, and it just drives amazing, takes off really well. The way this car drives is, it makes me happy. It makes me happy to drive this car every day. If I'm going to work, or if I'm going to pick up my kids from school, or if I'm going to bring my mom to the doctor. There's different modes that you can put this car on to kind of tick all the boxes. Luxury, of course, is there. It's a 6 Series, so you're expecting luxury. The inside of this car, the leather, you've got leather everywhere, and it's the stitches that they have done on the dashboard. It's really, really well designed and well done. Now, a lot of people have turned around and said also that inside of the 6 Series it still looks exactly the same. Well, yes, it does, but some people are into that. I, for example, would not want to change that. I really liked the design of the last 6 Series. Now, this is different to the last 6 Series. For example, cup holders. There was not even one cup holder on the last 6 Series. And you've got cup holders everywhere here. You've got lots of space in this new 6 Series, and the dashboard and everything's, there is similarity to the last one, but it's not the same. If there was a newer 6 Series came up, I would expect it to be changed a little bit, but not so much. This is kind of a signature for BMW. As a driver, you sit down and you're literally in control of all the buttons around you. The steering wheel, the way it feels, and the electric on the steering wheel, the way that you can bring it up, down, in, out, it's amazing. All these little things, when you're, for example, when you're reversing, the passenger mirrors just falls down so you don't scratch your wheels. Your sensors, the camera, it's in the boot where the BMW logo is, just lift up and then the camera pops out. It is a really, really cool feature. What can I say negative about this car? It's just not nice feeling being overtaken by a 4 Series on the road and you're driving a 6 Series. That's the only one downside that I have. Other than that, this is an amazing car to drive. The sound of a diesel engine is not great. So listening to the sound of this, I don't know if you can hear that sound, but that just put flowers in my garden. It's just amazing. The butterflies that I get from that sound, and the smile that goes onto my face as soon as I hear that sound, and the pull that the car takes you back, it's amazing. So I can't find anything bad about this car. I love it, and I think you should go buy it. And another episode about another BMW. Now, it's not all going to be BMWs, there's a lot more to come. Upgrading this car exhaust system, gonna remap the car, so hopefully you will like these videos too. They will be all uploaded soon enough, so don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate your support.